you're searching for the most AI-proof job in health informatics, you're asking the wrong question. The real question is, which jobs get more valuable because AI is everywhere? Because in 2026, healthcare is hiring more people for governance, safety, and oversight. Quick note before we start here, I'm not gonna name every single health informatics job title on earth, so if I don't name your exact role, don't panic. Also, quick disclaimer, this video is for general educational purposes. I'm speaking for myself and not the company that I work for, and I won't discuss any internal systems, clients, or anything confidential. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sharif. I have a master's in health informatics from Northwestern University, and I used to work as a clinical data analyst. Now I'm a business analyst in healthcare. So I lived in the data, I've lived in the workflows, and all the good stuff. In this video, we're doing facts and we're doing structure. I'm not gonna be doing anything lazy where I throw out job titles and say,
trust me, bro, AI cannot replace it.
I'm just gonna give you the facts and the information that's available on the internet. It's 2026 and AI is absolutely changing health informatics. So I'm gonna give you the health informatics roles that will be hard to replace by AI based on reliable information on the internet, like I said before. And we're also gonna dive in how you can future-proof your career with the AI boom going on. AI struggles the most when work requires these 5 things. Number 1, accountability and liability. Number 2, trust and adoption, basically change management. Number 3, cross-functional negotiation and trade-offs. 4, high-stakes safety and quality. And number 5, governance across a full life cycle, not just a one-time output. All right, enough talking. Let's talk about the categories and roles that'll grow with AI. Category 1, clinical workflow ownership and clinical transformation. And this is a category that contains people who make the technology work in real patient care. Some titles that you might see are clinical informatics specialist, clinical systems analyst, application analyst, and informatics nurse. These roles are hard to replace because hospitals are not clean, predictable environments. It's humans, stress, interruptions, and a million exceptions. AI can help generate a best practice workflow. That's cool and all, but it's not gonna walk in a unit and see that nurses are doing a workaround because a computer is across the room and the patient is crashing. It's also not gonna earn the trust from clinicians who already hate half the pop-ups they get on their computer. And AI is definitely not gonna sit in a room with a physician who's annoyed already and convince them how to do their work. Also, when workflows go wrong, patient safety is on the line. That's why these roles have staying power. Somebody has to own the build, the training, the go live, the optimization, and handle all of the alerts. If your job involves adoption and safety, that's not getting automated away. That's getting more important with AI. Category 2, implementation, product, and stakeholder translation. These are the people who turn needs into something the organization can actually ship and live with. And the titles you might see here are healthcare business analyst, product owner / product manager, implementation consultant, solutions consultant or solutions engineer, and customer success manager. This category is difficult for AI to replace because these are the people who figure out what stakeholders really need when they ask to automate something. In healthcare, everybody wants different things. Clinical wants speed, IT wants standardization, and leadership wants projects to go live ASAP. And AI can summarize meetings all day long, but it can't negotiate trade-offs, build client relationships, get sign-off, and take accountability when something breaks in production. And trust me, it certainly can't calm people down when there's a go live meltdown. If you're the person who can translate between clinical, technical, and business and actually drive decisions, you're in a strong spot. Category 3, data governance and data quality. And these are the people who ensure trustworthy and compliant data. The titles that you might see here are data governance manager, data quality analyst, and data steward. So to put it simply, data governance is basically adult supervision for data. Because the truth is, healthcare data can be really, really messy. AI can help find anomalies, sure, but it can't assign ownership, and it certainly can't decide which source wins when 2 systems disagree. And it definitely can't stand in front of leadership and talk in detail about data. The people with the knowledge of how to ensure data quality and management of data, those people don't go away. They simply get even more valuable. Category 4. AI governance, model oversight, and clinical AI safety. These are the jobs that AI will grow, and these people make sure that AI doesn't quietly hurt patients or create legal headaches. Titles that you might see here are AI Compliance Manager, Clinical AI Safety Lead, and Data Governance Lead. This category exists because AI is not set it and forget it. Models drift, workflows change, data changes, and a model can look amazing in testing and then quietly underperform on certain patient groups. And when that happens in healthcare, you have to investigate, you have to document, and you decide whether to pause it, update it, or put guardrails around it. Also in 2026, organizations are under increasing pressure to explain what an algorithm is doing, where the data is coming from, how it is validated, and how it's being monitored. And that means humans have to own governance, sign-offs, and audits. And that's precisely why AI governance roles are one of the categories that AI will only grow. Category number 5. Interoperability and integrations. The titles that you might see here are Interoperability Analyst, Integration Engineer, Interface Analyst, and HIE Analyst. If you're someone who's ever worked on integrations, you know they touch operations, and operations simply demand humans. AI can explain what HL7 is, that's great and all, but AI can't coordinate vendors, an internal security team, a clinical stakeholder, and a timeline that's already behind. Category 6. Privacy, security, risk, and compliance roles. These are the people who protect patient data and then they keep the organization out of trouble. The titles that you might see here are Privacy Analyst, Security Analyst, GRC Analyst, and Risk Management Analyst. Security and privacy are not just technical, they require serious judgment and accountability. What AI can do is that it can help detect suspicious behavior, but when something happens, humans decide if it's a real incident or if they have to shut down the access, notify the right people, finding out the legal risk, and what compliance requires. And also, healthcare organizations constantly deal with vendors, data sharing agreements, risk reviews, audits, access controls. That work is relationship heavy and accountability heavy. And let me tell you something, AI is definitely not going to be in charge of all of that. Now let's talk about what you should do starting today. Step 1, move closer to accountability. Volunteer for go-live support, own a workflow, integration, or KPI, and join governance committees. Step 2, learn AI enough to govern it. You don't need to become a data scientist, but you do need AI literacy. At minimum, understand what data the AI model saw, what outcome it predicts, how bias can show up, and how to monitor performance. Step 3, become bilingual. And no, I'm not talking about learning Spanish or French or Italian or just another language. I'm talking about speaking clinical workflow and in speaking technical language. So by doing this, your career acceleration comes from translation. Step 4, pick a durable niche and stack skills. Something like AI governance, interoperability and integrations, data governance and quality, implementation and change management, or privacy, security, and GRC. Learn how to document like a pro, manage stakeholders, and learn SQL. That'll always help you in healthcare. So if you're watching this and feeling scared, don't be. You should be strategic. Understand that healthcare will use AI more, and that doesn't mean fewer informatics careers. Here's a line that I want you to remember. AI replaces tasks, but responsibility and accountability always stay human. If I missed any role in this video, drop it in the comments below and tell me why you think the role is safe from AI. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe because I'll be doing a ton of more health informatics videos to help you understand the field better and to help you break into the field. Once again, my name is Sharif. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.